You know, you guys derive your authority from the people, and you're walking around, I'm sure, with one hot in the chamber, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So what's the difference? If you get your authority from the people, why is it that the people can't carry loaded guns? Hey, how you doing? What's that? Yeah, absolutely. All right. What's that? No, I do mind. I don't submit to any searches of my person or of my property. All right. Well, hold on. Let me get a couple things straight and stuff. I don't submit to any searches of my person or of my property. Okay. And if you plan to violate my right, to be secure in my person and in my property by attempting to perform the 12031E inspection, be advised that my compliance is done under protest and duress. All right.
1472. And if you could just start me, Sammy.
So right now I'm on private property anyways. Are you familiar with your department's open carry policy?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
And you are not being detained.
What's that?
You're not being detained or anything like that.
Are you going to violate my right by attempting to perform a 12031E inspection? You know that you're only authorized to do it. You're not mandated to do it, right? You know that? What's your name?
Officer Keeper.
Officer Keeper. What's your badge number? So are you radioing in for a SAM unit? Is that what you're doing? Who's the officer on duty? So is there an issue or what?
No, sir.
What is it that we're doing right here? I'm just wondering.
Supervisor, and it's going to make sure the weapons unloaded, that's all.
So you're waiting for your supervisor to make sure that my weapon's unloaded? Do you know what the Fourth Amendment is? Like I have a right to be secure in my person and in my belongings? Okay, nowadays you practically need to be an attorney to understand the law, right? I'm no attorney, but the thing is that I have a right to be secure in my person. And if you're going to check my gun, it's not based on probable cause, a warrant, or even reasonable suspicion that a crime has taken place. What is your name, sir?
Officer Ladd.
Officer Ladd, badge number 10.
Yep.
How you doing? It's just informing Officer Kiefer here that the 12031E check is not mandated. It's not something that officers have to do. Okay. In fact, I've came across officers that just say, "Hey, open carry. Hey, that's cool. Good job." Like you started to do originally. Okay. But there's some sort of assumption that officers are mandated to check guns. You're just simply authorized to do so. Okay. So really, all that law does, which is a carryover from a racist law that was enacted back in the late 60s against the Black Panthers, really all that does is put me on an unequal playing field compared to that of the criminal element who disregards the law. They're going to carry their guns loaded, without a permit, concealed, and I'm going to be, if I was ever in a situation where I had to defend myself or protect my own life, I would be forced to be at a tactical disadvantage in comparison to the criminal element. You guys are on the front line. You guys shouldn't be threatened by law-abiding citizens carrying firearms openly. I'm doing so within the law. So I just informed Officer Kiefer here that I don't submit to any searches of my person or my property. But if your goal is to violate my rights by performing a 12031E inspection, I advised Officer Kiefer that my compliance is done under protest and duress. Okay? Do you understand that? Okay, so now, according to the advice given to me by my attorney, I'm invoking my right to remain silent. Okay? So I have nothing else further to say to you guys, to you gentlemen. All right? So are we just going to sit here and stare at each other, or what? Oh, I thought that Officer Ladd was your supervisor.
No.
Who is the sergeant on duty right now? Sergeant Boberg. Well, he knows me well. So am I free to go? You said I wasn't being detained, right? Huh?
Not being detained.
Okay. You guys know who I am? Do you recognize me? What's that? Well, I've dealt with you in the past. Not with open carrier. No, just a service type call.
I've talked to you outside of work before.
What's that?
I've talked to you outside of work before.
You've talked to me outside of work?
I've never talked to you.
No. What I said is you've talked to me during a service-based call. Like I called for service. This is years ago. I just recognized it now. So is Sergeant Boberg en route or what? All right, good day, Officer Ladd, Officer Kiefer. You guys take care. Okay, Sergeant Boberg.
How are you?
All right.
I check your hand, but you're tied up.
Yeah, tied up a
Hey,
little
we
bit.
want to do a quick inspection. We don't want to take up any more of your time than
Right.
we need to.
I was informing Officer Kiefer that I don't submit to any searches
Yeah, we
of my
appreciate
person
it.
or my property, okay?
We appreciate
And
that.
if you guys are planning to violate my right to be secure in my person and in my property by attempting to perform the 12031E inspection, my compliance is done under protest and duress.
Absolutely.
You guys all have sworn an oath to support and defend the Constitution, which includes the Fourth Amendment, okay? And this is a clear violation of my right to be secure in my person because this search of my personal property is not based on probable cause. There is no warrant, and you guys don't even have reasonable suspicion to assume that criminal activity is afoot, okay? So the fact is that you know who I am. You have searched me before and found me to be in compliance with the law. I am currently here on private property, okay?
I've actually talked with the
You've talked with
employee
them,
there,
what?
and they said they don't want you here.
They don't want me here? Oh, really? Well, that's news to me because I've been here for
They just-
3 hours.
They just told me that.
Oh, well, I'm sure that they only don't want me here because of your presence.
Yeah, I'm not trying to violate your right to go wherever you want to go.
So they're saying that I have to leave because they didn't tell me that.
That's
When did they say that?
Just now when you were
When I was in the bathroom? What did you guys say?
I said, okay.
No, but you guys approached them and said what?
I said, do you want him here?
Why would you even ask that? If he didn't want me here, wouldn't he call you guys or something?
We could talk about that for a while, but I don't think we're
So are you guys insisting on violating my Fourth Amendment right by attempting to perform the 12031E check?
Yeah, we believe that we do have the authority to do the compliance check.
Well, you have the authority through some flimsy state statute that is in clear violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Okay.
ahead. We're gonna go ahead and use that authority just to check your weapon. We don't want to make.
Let me ask you this,
You're
Sergeant
actually-
Boberg. Do you actually think that my gun is in compliance with the law, or do you think that I'm breaking the law right now?
Can you turn around for me?
No, I'm not going to turn around.
Okay, can I move this way?
Well, I mean, you could do what you can.
Wait.
I didn't. Hold on, sir. I didn't give you permission to touch me. All right.
Well, no, we're not in a hurry. We're not in a hurry.
Well, I'm not in a hurry either. I was just minding my own business on the computer, and your officer here walked by, and I said hello, and then he goes, "Is that open carry?" I go, "Yeah," and then all of a sudden it became an issue.
I do want to make it clear that you are prolonging this, not me, right?
I'm prolonging this.
We're
I'm
telling
just
you-
stating my rights.
We're telling you that we are going to do any inspection. Okay?
So you're insisting on
Yes.
violating my
Yes.
rights. Okay.
That's not
Where
what-
would you
that's not-
prefer to do the inspection?
Wherever
Right
you
here?
like. Would you like to step off?
All right. Well, I'm not going to be moved to any other location and stuff. If you, okay, yeah, I understand
You
that.
can let this officer do his job and get out of your hair.
What do you know, right?
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Do you have any other questions for me?
I didn't have any questions to begin with. I had statements to make, so that's nice. I hope you guys feel good now that you know that a law-abiding guy is walking around with an unloaded gun in compliance with the unconstitutional law, okay?
And just for the sake of
You
everybody
guys
else,
derive your authority from the people, and you're walking around, I'm sure, with one hot in the chamber, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So what's the difference? If you get your authority from the people, why is it that the people can't carry loaded guns? Why is it that you're here to enforce some flimsy, unconstitutional law that really is racist? I've talked to you about it before.
Yeah, it's a statutory law that...
Yeah, and it was enacted to disarm black people back in the 60s, okay? And I'm no Black Panther or anything, but I don't support laws that are directed at specific groups of people. I don't care who they are, okay? So what you're doing here, Sergeant Beaufort...
We have an oath to support all laws.
You,
That's what we're doing. It's
no,
nothing
you have
offensive towards
you have an oath to support and defend the Constitution, not all laws. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Okay.
No, I can appreciate that.
So is this just going to continue that you just assume? Do you guys think that I'm just loading up right after you leave?
It's occasional. We don't.
It's occasional?
All the time.
No, I know you guys are getting better at it. Now you're just driving by and waving, which I expect that should happen, okay? Especially when you guys know me by first and last name, okay? I don't care if you don't know me, though. You're just a regular beat cop, okay? Your job is to know the law, not to know me. 95% of the people that you come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, you don't know, okay? So that isn't the standard,
Believe
okay?
it or not, I do respect your rights. I also have a job to do. I ain't got nothing against you. You keep doing whatever you need to do, okay?
Yeah, I will keep doing it, and you guys aren't going to discourage me from openly bearing arms. It's my right.
I'm not trying
okay?
to.
We're not trying to, sir.
Well, these little heavy-handed responses and stuff like that are definitely, you know, I'm glad to see that you guys don't have your guns pointed at me like there have been in the past and stuff. But I think that maybe has something to do with the setting that we're currently in.
And if I didn't know you, we might. But because I do have a certain comfort level with you because of our conversations previously,
Okay.
I feel more comfortable with you than if you were a complete stranger to me.
Okay, so let me ask you this
That does
then.
change our tactics.
Sergeant Bober, would you agree then that I'm pretty aware of the law?
Pretty aware, yeah.
You would agree that
Well, we're not going to agree on
from our experience with one another, you would agree that I know a good deal about the law when it's related to open carry, right?
But we won't agree on everything.
Huh?
But we won't agree on everything.
But you would agree that I simply know the law, that it's required by law to be unloaded and all that. So you're either comfortable with me or you're not, because you're saying that basically you know who I am.
I don't know anybody well enough to trust them 100%.
Well, good for you. I mean, I'm not asking you to trust me 100%. In fact, I'm just asking to go about my legal, lawful business without any interference from the state.
And I can appreciate your viewpoint.
I hear that over and over again from you, whether it's on the phone or in person, that you appreciate it, okay?
Yeah.
You don't appreciate it. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't. You would have told your friend right here, oh, it's open carry. He can see that it's open carry. That should simply tell you right off the bat that I'm doing my best to comply with the law.
He has a right to check your gun.
He doesn't have a right. You're authorized. Don't get it confused, okay? You don't have some special set of rights, okay? Your rights don't supersede mine, okay? He doesn't have a right to do anything. He's authorized to perform the 12031 e-check.
Exactly what we did.
Which is what he did.
That's great. Was that your first e-check? Okay, good. I hope that next time you run into an open carrier, you won't be drawing your gun or treating that person like a criminal, okay? Because we're good, law-abiding people just trying to act within our rights and protect our person. You guys aren't responsible to protect individuals, so I cut out the middleman and I protect myself. That's why I carry a gun. So tell all the other officers